Hello and welcome back to Star Citizen. My name is evenleasesc, and today I'm comparing the three freight starships that you saw in the beginning of this video to see which one just might work out best for you. Now, of course, this is just my opinion mixed with the stats, so it's going to be up to you in the end, but I'll do what I can to help you. Let's go ahead and get into it, starting with the Freelancer Max. Starting off with the Freelancer Max, which is considered a heavy freight ship, it has a crew requirement of 2 to 4. It can carry up to 120 SCU of cargo. It is 38 meters long, 36 meters wide, and 9.5 meters in height. Now, this thing is very heavy, sitting at 360,208 mass. It can carry a NERSA or an URSA and anything smaller than that. It has 3 entry points, one at the back, 1 ladder, as well as 1 airlock at the top. It has 13,290 shield, 21,300 HP, its top speed of 197 SCM, and a top nav speed of 1,010. It has a 32 pitch and yaw, as well as a 105 roll. It has 48 decoys, 5 noise. It also has 22,859 EM rating, which means that it is detectable from a pretty long distance. It also has 4.91 internal storage for the crew. It has 4 pilot guns, 1 man turret, no tractor beam, and currently it carries 58.5 SCU in hydrogen fuel. Now, taking a look at those stats, this thing does have a pretty good amount of pilot DPS, which is fantastic. It's always a good thing to have. Now, it also carries 120 SCU of cargo. That's pretty amazing given the size of this ship. Now, it's classed as a heavy freight, but honestly, it's more of a medium freight. The only way it's heavy freight is just due to its massive mass that it does have, even though it's the smallest ship out of the 3, allowing it to fit in tighter spots, which is really nice. It also has a 2 to 4 crew requirement, meaning that it does have 4 seats, 4 beds, and a pretty decent living area. Let's go ahead and take a look at the next ship in the lineup, which will be the C1 Spirit. Getting into the C1 Spirit, considered a medium freight ship, this houses a crew of 2, can carry up to 64 SCU of cargo, is 47.5 meters long, 44 meters wide, 10 meters in height, and is considered heavy at 314,271 mass. It can carry a rock-sized vehicle and smaller. It has a 1 entry point at the back, a total shield strength of 4,740, a health pool of 67,600, with a top speed of 204 and a top nav speed of 1,130. It has a 36 pitch, yaw, and a 101 roll, making it the most maneuverable out of the 3, with 25 decoy and 10 noise. It also has a 10,044 EM rating, allowing it to stay stealthier. It is 2.46 in internal storage for the crew, and pilot has 4 guns, no turret for defense, 1 remote tractor beam for cargo, and only 45 SCU of hydrogen fuel. Now, the C1 Spirit definitely can stay under the radar a bit better with that EM rating, and that health pool is the biggest out of all 3 ships, which is fantastic. This ship is also the most maneuverable out of all 3 ships and has the highest speed between the 3. This thing is definitely something to compete with. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at the Zeus CL. Starting off with the newest addition to Star Citizen, the RSI Zeus CL, a medium freight ship, has a crew requirement of 2 to 3. It can carry 128 SCU of cargo. It's 46 meters long, 35 meters wide, and 9 meters in height. It's not as heavy as the other 2 ships, sitting at 295,000 mass. It can carry a rock or smaller. It has 3 entry points, 1 at the back, a ladder, as well as an airlock. It has 15,300 shield HP, 24,120 ship HP, a top speed of 200, a top nav speed of 1,000. Its maneuverability is the worst out of the 3 at 31 pitch, 31 yaw, 105 roll. It has 25 decoys and 10 noise. It has an EM rating of 16,066. It has internal storage of 3.68 SCU. It has 2 pilot guns, 1 remote turret, and 1 remote tractor beam. It sits with 66.5 SCU of hydrogen fuel. Now, this is the newest ship to enter Star Citizen, and the Zeus is very beautiful. It has an amazing components pass, gold standard, all that kind of stuff, because it's brand new and it looks fantastic. But it definitely isn't the best at any one thing. It does carry a lot of cargo, but in the end, that cargo grid is very weird. You have to really break up the box sizes to fit all 128 SCU of cargo. Its EM rating isn't terrible, allowing it to stay between the Spirit and the Max. And I mean, honestly, the thing is just fantastic, more or less, for the crew side of it. It's got some of the worst pilot DPS between the three. So let's go ahead and compare all three right now and see kind of what you might want to pick. Taking a look at all three ships, I've marked the ones in red for what they are worst at compared to each other. So, like the C1 Spirit is the biggest one out of all three. It carries the least amount of cargo, has the least amount of missiles, the least amount of shield, only one entry point, which is really disappointing, and the smallest amount of internal storage and hydrogen fuel. While the Freelancer Max has no tractor beam, it has the least amount of ship HP, no VTOL thrusters, it's very heavy, it moves the slowest, and it has the highest EM rating. Now, the Zeus has just 2 pilot-controlled guns, leaving it with the least amount of DPS, and it's the worst out of the maneuverability. But a lot of times the Zeus won't be able to use its 128 SCU of cargo just because the way the grid is laid out. You have to break down the cargo to just get it to fit all 128. So that is also kind of a negative for that ship as well. Now, outside of that, they all three have their components pass. They're all three very great ships. It's just all in the end depending on what you feel like flying, but hopefully this gave you a little bit more information on the end of what each ship can do. And of course, all these stats are prone to change, and they probably will. This is for 3.24.2, and if they don't change in the future for a while, that's great. But if they do, you know, I'll do this video again. Now, if you plan on going into a cargo career, do you plan on picking one of these ships? Let me know down in the comments below which one you would choose, and if you have one of them now. Thank you guys for watching. You all are truly awesome. I hope you enjoyed, and I'm truly excited for CitizenCon and all the ships that we hopefully will see announced. Thank you guys again. I'll see you in the next one.